The question is how to truly differentiate your business in the marketplace. When I think about consulting, the work that I've done, or I think about, being in the restaurant business, or, other things that I've taken on over the years, there was always that question of how do I build a company that's really going to stand out, a company that people are going to be able to distinguish from other companies, how to build a business that's not a commodity business. Building a commodity business has always been something that has kind of scared me. It's like, yeah, there may be opportunities there, whatever. That's not, my bag. I'm not going to be a person that's going to, as they say, race to the bottom, see who's got the lowest prices, the thinnest margins, et cetera, et cetera. It just doesn't make sense to me. And so what I've always tried to do, with each of the companies I've created is think through how to develop a differentiation, how to help people understand, what makes us different as a company. And the one thing that comes top of mind, and perhaps it's, my experience in the hospitality industry, is really the customer experience. And I'm talking about from that first interaction, with your brand, whether, they're looking at your website, your logo, something if you created or whatever, through, perhaps the steps and stages in the marketing funnel, and stages in the sales, and, stages in product delivery and post delivery. And even if they don't work with you, sometimes that follow up, that genuine interest in solving a customer's needs is really, really important, because it makes an impression. And this is something that people can appreciate. And again, this is something that, crafted well can be a point of differentiation. Something else that we want to do is we want to be authentic. I think that I know that when I've experienced brands that were truly authentic, they were genuine in what they were up front. The people that represented the brand were very clear on why they were there, what they were about. And, they stood for something. It wasn't just, having a job. When we looked at, their products or services, or, their experience, everything was just very, very consistent. And when you look at a brand like that, it shines through, and so the alternative to that, or the difference there, is when you have a company that, has a great initial experience, and then when you're working with them, that experience starts to deteriorate. That's not going to create those raving fans that we need. That's not going to create that differentiation. That makes you, while we're in the midst of delivering the service, it makes you almost replaceable. You want to be irreplaceable. As a company, you don't want to get yourself into a situation where, again, you're irrelevant. The third area is really how you're approaching the market. And what I mean by that is when we're going out to talk to people about the opportunity to work together, the opportunity for us to help them, solve the problem that they have, or solve the challenge, or help them achieve the goal that they have. The way that we approach them certainly speaks to that differentiation. And I've seen where there have been, multiple proposals that were presented, or multiple pitches that were done for a company. And part of the reason the company that won was their approach to market, how they presented themselves, how they showed up, how they took care of that customer during that engagement. Absolutely, it relates back to what I initially said about customer experience, but this is going to be more on the general sense. This isn't specific to an individual customer. This is your market as a whole. We create that perception when we put our content, when we put our advertising, when we put our messaging, when we put our logo, et cetera, out there. So think about these three things. Again, customer experience, authenticity, and your approach to the market. I'd love to hear your feedback, love to hear your thoughts. These are my own. Take care. Thanks for watching.